Hi, welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me here today. Today we're going to be doing a nice little simple painting. I hope you could follow along with me. Let me have them run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I got done on my canvas. I have my regular 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I added a thin layer of the liquid black. On the bottom, I did a design with black gesso of some mountains and maybe some water down here. But this has nothing. It has no liquid white, no liquid clear, no liquid black. We're going to work our way from the back to the front and we'll see what we get done today. I thought today we could do a nice seascape painting. So let's go ahead. A little bit of blue, a little bit of bright red. And the reason why I used um, liquid black instead of liquid white is because I want to create the illusion that it's night without having to use um, instead of having to use liquid clear. I just didn't like the way it looked with liquid clear, so I chose to go with liquid black. So just mix up the color you feel satisfied with. I'm just trying to mix up like a light lavender, so when I put it on the canvas it's gonna get a bit darker, and that's what I want. So you gotta overcompensate by making it lighter than what you want it. Going in with my 2-inch brush, just tap some paint in the brush, in the bristles. Let's come up here. Look at that. You can tell it starts to kind of dull out. But that's what I want. For this seascape, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I need. You don't see too many seascapes like these. Maybe it's foggy at night. Who knows? Let me just pile up this paint so I can load up my brush even better. You can beat your brush if it gets too much liquid black. Up to you. There. Also have some liquid, not white, liquid clear to the side in case I need it for blending in the front and all that. There, just blocking in color. And all I'm going to do is just go across and let's go ahead. We'll grab some titanium white and a little bit Prussian blue, a little bit of that lavender. It doesn't matter if it gets a little dirty. A little polluted color never hurts anyone. A little bit of this light color, it's more opaque, and just go crisscross. And just spread it out, work outwards. And just go across. And just like that, you have yourself a nice little sky. You know what? I want it to be more blue. A little more blue. So, mixing up another lavender, more to the blue side though. Because I looked at it from a distance and it looks very, very dull, very, very dark. Like no color. That's what I wanted. I didn't mean dark, I meant no color. So with this more bluish color, it'll bring the painting to life. Yeah, this probably took us longer than a normal liquid white, liquid clear. We'll come back to that add some stars later on. Let's go ahead and let's mix up a nice lavender color that we like. Or it could be just pure Prussian blue. Up to you, really. Has a little bit of white because it was just laying there. A little bit of mountain mixture to darken that up. Just mixing that color until it reaches that desired tone you like. And just gonna grab a little bit of the liquid clear and just load up some of that paint color into our brush. It's a nice dark lavender. Just load up full with paint. Let's come up here. The reason why I put liquid clear is so it just glides on a bit easier. Now, when you guys are painting this, you can add liquid clear on your canvas and it'll make life a little bit easier. You're probably asking yourself, then why didn't you use it? If you're telling us to use it, but you didn't, why so? The reason why I didn't do it is because I didn't want the glare for the camera. So since I have lighting and all that. So to avoid that, I just put in the paint and it doesn't show as glossy. That's the only reason why I didn't really put it on. So just block it in. Block it in. You know what? Just kind of get that color darker. I'm gonna put the moon somewhere else. I'm gonna put a moon. There. That's pretty good. We're gonna do the best painting we can. Finger painting. Just boop. Smudge that on. I don't have a. Oh, I do. I was gonna say I don't have a napkin with me today. Let me pile up this paint real quick. We're not gonna leave that moon looking like that. Just come up here, scratch it off, any of the excess, and just pull that paint out. Okay, I got two diffused for me, for my liking. So we're gonna go round two. There we are. You could do this as many times as you want until you reach the desired look that you're looking for. There. Maybe that's our moon, that little center spot. So let's go ahead and let's make a brown. So cadmium yellow, we'll use that lavender. It doesn't really matter. Better to use it than to be saving it for nothing. And some bright red. There. I went too much on the red side now. Just mixing a color up. I don't even know where I'm trying to get. You know what? That looks nice. A little bit of black in there. Okay, I like that color. It's like a orangey brown color. Shoot, whatever makes you satisfied, that's what works. Let's go into our flat brush. Load it up with mountain mixture. Let's come up here and just come up here and dance in a nice little mountain. There. We're gonna cut a roll of that paint we did and just lightly. Okay? And then I'm just going to put that in there. There we are. Let's go into a little bit of white, a little bit of that somewhat brown color. And just, we're gonna add more layers so it doesn't really matter too much. I wouldn't say don't spend a lot of time because I'm gonna contradict myself. Even though it's going to be out there in the far, I always spend a good amount of time working on one little spot. But that's just me. You don't have to spend a lot of time. There. There we are. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me just step back, take a view. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go into mountain mixture again and just shoom. There lives a big mountain right around here. Or not mountain, a hill or a valley. It doesn't have to be a mountain. Okay. Let me clean up my white. I polluted it so much. There, just mixing that with my brown color. Or what I call my brown color. Because it's not even like a brown, really. There. Just sort of tap and kind of drag. Load up your brush full with paint. There. That's simple. There we are. And just put as much or as least color as you want. It's really and solely up to you. I'm just stepping back, analyzing the painting and seeing where I should go from there. Sometimes it's better to leave it how it is. Sometimes it's better to do a few tweaks. Let me go into some of that lavender color. Just a bit. Shoo. There we are. There. Pretty simple. Even a beginner could do this. This painting is meant for like a beginner. Just a little bit of white wherever wherever I think some of that light, that moonlight, would hit. There. And finally, let's go one more time, maybe. Maybe this time it comes up like this. And maybe just something like that. And we're gonna mix up a nice color that I like. Just blocking in, really. You can block in at random, and then when it comes to shadows, you bring it all together. That's what I do sometimes, not all the times. A little bit of mountain mixture. Ooh. Shoo. Just start to bring it together. Think about where each little shape would go, where the shadows would go. There. Little shadow here and there. And let's just go ahead and we're gonna put in a little bit of land right there. A little bit of cadmium yellow, same dirty brush. Still using our flat brush. And just block it in. There we are. And just let it kind of fade off into darkness, that green color. Now, to make this mountain stand out, I'm going to put a few trees that live out here. Just a few. Okay? And going straight back into our highlight color and just fixing where we left off, really. Take a step back, and I'm satisfied with that. Now, let's go ahead, a little bit of mountain mixture, and just predetermine where our area is gonna go. Instead of doing sand today, we're gonna be doing a little bit of grass. I think that nice little change will help us take a breather. Little reflections here and there. You'd see a bit, just a bit. Just grab and pull. Go across. Go into a little bit of lighter where the light would shine really bright, where the moon, I don't know where I'm going with this conversation. There we are. That looks alright. And just blocking in a little bit of green, mostly yellow, but it's gonna turn green. A little bit of black in there just to dull it. There. That'll be it for that part. Let's go into a little bit of Prussian blue and titanium white. Load up our brush real good. Both sides. Let's come up here and just do a little like back and forth C's. Just a little bit. Don't do a big one. The big one is for the waves. There's gonna be just a little wave that just you can start to see be created. Maybe we see another one of those waves. There we are. And here comes the big one. The one people always look for. Shoom. Let's go ahead, a little bit of cadmium yellow, some white. Gotta get that eye of the wave. There we are. And just beat the brush and simply blend that out. And kind of just determine where this is going to start going, the direction. Load up my brush once again. Wherever I think I want more brighter spots, that's where I hit it. There. And just simply shoom. Just pull it together. Okay? And so now we can go back into our white, little bit of blue, and simply just there. Just a little bit. Just enough where you can tell it's a wave. Okay, a little bit of our lavender, maybe a little bit of mountain mixture in that combination, and simply just put in a little bit of foam. Okay, a little bit of white paint, maybe a little bit of yellow in there. And just scrub on a nice little highlight. Load up your brush. Usually seascapes require a lot of white. That's why every time I'm gonna do a seascape, I have more white than usual. Okay, now let's go ahead, grab our 1-inch brush. Let me beat it open, and very gently, just the base of it, very, very gently. I like to lift up a bit. That's just me. You guys don't have to do that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's grab a clean palette knife. A little bit of white, a little bit of Prussian blue. Let's add some details in this wave. So just cut a roll. Let's come up here and just kind of scrub it on. And just kind of scrub it on. Nice little edge of the wave. You might see a few little things just kind of going on here and there. Okay. So already you can start seeing the seascape kind of taking shape and form. What I want to do is I want to go into more white and just simply tap, or you can slide it, doesn't really matter, just a little bit more white. That way the back kind of pops out a bit more. Okay, a little bit of blue. There. There we are. Something like that. You know what? I just realized I have not fixed up our, how you call it? Our mountain. I said we're gonna blend out that white. We did not blend that out. There we are. Much better. Let's go into a little bit of mountain mixture and simply just, there it is. And just a little bit of leaves for a palm tree. There we are. That palm tree is going to stand out because of all that dark. That dark is what's going to help. There we are. A little bit of cadmium yellow. Same with that same dirty brush. There we are. Okay. And just the other way. There we are. And a little bit of highlight color. Just load up my flat brush. There we are. Now, let's get interesting. A little bit of mountain mixture. And we're going to pop in a bush in front of this palm tree. There we are. And so now I'm just going to load up my brush one direction through cadmium yellow, and let's come up here and just think where the light would hit, where you would start to see that bush take its form. Shouldn't take much pressure. If you need to, grab a little bit of liquid clear, liquid white, or if it's even that bad, paint thinner, and you can customize it really. Bright red, a little bit of cadmium yellow, just a muddy color. Maybe we have a little bit of bright red. Shoom. Just zinging through that. There. And maybe out here at the bottom, just a little bit here and there. Just scratch off a few little things, even though you're not going to see them due to it being a black canvas. A little bit of green. Just kind of bring it all together. There we are. Look at that. Nice, gorgeous seascape. Now, the final thing we're going to do is add some stars. So we're going to add a couple stars by using a little bit of paint thinner. Now, since I'm not indoors currently, it's a bit more safer for me to do it. But if you do it indoors, please wear a mask so you don't smell all the chemicals of the paint thinner. But make sure it's thin as ink. Very thin. It won't work with liquid clear. I've tried that before. And just flicker on a few little stars. You can put as many or as few as you want. Shoot, you can even add it to the wave if you wanted to. Sometimes I like doing that because it looks like water splatting. Just let me add a little bit more paint thinner to make it even thinner than what it already is. So just a few more stars. Yeah, it being thinner really helps. And just a couple here for little details. Maybe just kind of add a little bit on there. And I think with that concludes today's painting. I really hope you enjoy this painting. Try this painting out. If you do, send me a photo. I would love to see what you create. I'd like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, my friends. Goodbye.